Welcome to It Takes Gut.
You've all got your bloody legs crossed.
Well, you can have yours down. Don't hurt yourself, Callum.
Snap.
You'll bloody snap your... Welcome to It Takes Gut. As you can see, there is something different, Callum, than every other time we have done a video.
Different sofa.
It's a different sofa. Not just that, Callum. It's different shirts.
Different shirts.
And another little different thing, to our right hand side, we welcome for the first time from behind the camera to in front of the camera, our little brother Connor.
Feels wrong this end.
It feels wrong you being this end, to be honest. I feel squashed.
Where's the cameraman?
Well, it's not, it's just on auto, isn't it?
And
It's just
congratulations
Better be recording.
to our other brother who is now filming the
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
We have so many brothers, we could go on for ages.
No.
It's not, we've got a new tripod, so
Do you?
Wait, looking at it, it looks like an alien. It looks
It's like one of those things from War of the Worlds. A tripod. That's why they named it tripod.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
It
You can
makes sense.
see.
It makes total sense.
camera. Right.
So of course we are back doing what we love to do, and that is entertain.
That does not look comfortable.
It's
I'm a bit numb, but
it is.
Oh,
It's comfortable. It just weirdly does feel alright.
it helps when you weigh less.
I think because you can't.
no, these,
Yeah.
Hides more. No, it doesn't. That's not the point. But the point is, we're back. It Takes Gut has returned. Season 2. 3 brothers on a journey this time. 2 brothers was an absolute flop. As I'm sure you
No,
saw.
it wasn't a flop at all.
No.
No, it wasn't a flop. The reason It Takes Gut had its problems first time round was because, like in everybody's life, there is challenges mentally, physically. We've had things going on personally within family. We've had problems with addiction, be it food. That's just as serious as addiction to a drug. You know, when you're addicted, you're addicted. And depression. From Callum, from me, you've had your spouts of depression as well.
Yeah.
It's the reason it didn't work was because problems happen, things get in, and that's life. We all lost weight. Last year, what was your lowest weight when we did it last time?
Oh, so 20 stone.
Yeah. I got down to 13 stone 9 pounds for the full Monty. To strip down naked on stage, overcome a barrier. Never thought I'd do that when I started It Takes Gut, get naked on stage.
Never thought I'd watch it.
You've seen me naked.
You went twice.
You watch it every time, you little dirty freak.
Didn't even have a ticket the second time.
You're at the back watching. So what was your lowest weight you got down to?
I was down to 13 stone and 2 pounds. That
Wow.
was at the best part of the weight
You've
loss
gone
for
on a
me.
lot, haven't
But since then, I've gone up.
Yeah, bear in mind your starting point was 22 stone.
£2
Three quarters.
So you lost a couple stone. I started at 16, got on 13 stone 9. So I lost a couple stone, and your starting point was what, 17 stone, 18 stone?
I was 18 stone at my heaviest, and that's when I went down to 17 stone, and then from 17 stone for a year down to 13 and a half stone.
So basically, when we did It Takes Gut, you lost several stone. We both lost a couple stone. Losing weight wasn't the hard bit,
No, that's the easy bit.
and you know more than anyone from your fluctuations and your addiction almost being worse than ours. I think in the fact that we eat a lot of the wrong food and don't exercise enough and too much of it. But obviously, you clearly have had it hard.
I eat all of it.
You've ate. I mean, I gotta have a pudding. He's helped me lose weight in the past because he ate my pudding.
Yeah. I've always said that losing weight in itself is not the obstacle. You get yourself into that mindset of losing weight, then it becomes the easiest thing in the world.
It does.
But it's getting yourself to that mindset, into that mindset. That's the hard part. And I believe all 3 of us have got there, and that's why we're starting It Takes Gut up again. Because we've had a excuse my French, a shit year, you know?
Bonjour.
We're both here, all 3 of us.
We are.
And we're going to do it.
Yeah, and just to go back to what about losing weight isn't the hard part. Connor, when you lost your weight and you got down to 13 stone 2 pounds, and we were looking back at some old footage of us and a lot of stuff. We never even made Facebook or YouTube of our videos we did, which we will start uploading stuff hopefully as the time goes on. When you were lost all that weight, you still felt overweight and you felt fat, didn't you?
It is very much a mental battle. As much as you might not be fat, it's not about the weight, it is about how you feel, and it's very hard to feel good.
You were talking beautifully and you were saying the really truthful meaning stuff. I just couldn't help but laugh. I'm sorry.
There's no reason. This is what happens when I'm stood behind the camera.
I was thinking you're doing really well. That's not really. And then, sorry, go again. Because I was actually thinking you're really kind of being open honest about it. And it was.
It was very honest.
Okay.
It's true.
Go on, get back into it. Go on.
What was I saying? Oh yeah,
And
so
action.
action.
Mine is just rolling.
It's rolling. Put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good one. So yeah, I was 13 stone 2 pounds, but even though I was 13 stone 2 pounds,
No, it's so good. Keep going because it's really good what you're saying.
you are dampening the
No, I'm not. You pretend I'm not here.
Right, so Ryan isn't here, just me and Callum. So I was down to 13 stone 2 pounds, but even though I was so slim, I didn't feel slim. I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was still big, but I knew I wasn't, but I just didn't feel comfortable in my body. But looking back on that footage, I'm like, I look so good. But when you're actually living it, you don't see that. There's a mental barrier. Very good. There's a mental barrier which stops you from seeing yourself as the weight you are and seeing yourself in the position you are. So now I don't feel like I'm any fatter, really, when I look at myself in the mirror, than when I was that size. I still see myself as uncomfortable in my body, and I still feel big, even though I still felt big then, but even though I wasn't, it's much more about the mental side and the body positivity and feeling happy in your own body rather than actually looking good to others.
Yeah. So this time it's not so much about full steam ahead, up the gym, training 5 days a week, early morning workouts, etc. It's much more about mentally for all three of us. We have all had a tough year. Some sad news, some bad news, you know. We've had ups as well, but it's not been easy. And if this isn't right, then it doesn't matter. Callum could lose 10 stone, and you could still feel as depressed as you did last year.
Well, that's actually why we stopped it, wasn't it? Because we were all struggling. I lost 4 stone at the time we stopped. And I remember looking back on the video and remembering how I felt, which was just absolutely rubbish. I felt worse than I did at the start. And that is when I sort of decided to get some help with everything.
Which you did, you finished a course of that now, haven't you?
Yeah, CBT, yeah, so I can now ride my bike. But no, depression's not a joke.
It's not, but you got to laugh at it.
Says the guy laughing at it.
No, but it's...
No.
You've seen so many people in the public eye take their lives in the last few years. You're right, Connor. So many, and you think, well, you think they've got it all, and we all know this by now. You know, you think they've got the money, they've got the fame, they've got the success. What's wrong with their life, you know? But what goes on up here, nobody knows what people are thinking. And although we had some amazing support last year, and it was overwhelming, and we were so grateful. And it's not that we found the pressure of people wanting us to do well too much, but everything become too much. Too much social media isn't good for you. And yet we want to do a documentation of a weight loss journey, and the journey, weight loss isn't actually the key to this, on social media. So we're putting ourselves in another risque situation. Which wanted to say? Risque. So I think, yes, could it go wrong? Yeah. Could we put the weight back on again? Yeah. Could we have breakdowns? Yeah. May I not want to even film it? Because some days we just didn't want to get in front of the camera.
You know it's not worth it when it's more of a chore than a joy.
Yeah.
It's when you're thinking, oh, I've got to do a video, that's when you think, this isn't worth it. And there was so much putting us off doing it, and that's why we stopped doing it really. But it's not about the weight loss. The weight loss side is what we want to do. We want to lose weight, of course we do. We want to feel better in ourselves. We call it a weight loss journey as a label for it, but really it's more of a journey to find ourselves and become comfortable in who we are. And we want to make that an entertaining journey rather than just a boring one. That's why we implement these, light-hearted videos.
This is what we're doing, a fucking 8-minute video here.
No,
you don't want to have it
you're right.
boring.
No, but it's not. You're right.
It's light-hearted
You've
videos.
got red. You've got red. Look at his neck.
Me?
Look how red his neck
That's the
is.
sun.
Connor is talking again.
Every time I'm on some sort of
And you
roll,
were on a
in my
lovely roll.
first video on camera,
And you were doing really well, and Callum had to ruin it.
And it's not so much about the weight loss, it's about enjoying yourself and feeling comfortable in yourself and making the most of the time you have, which is something we've all learned, all three of us, over the last year. Things that's happened, which again, Ryan said, won't go into, but you learn to make the most of the time you have and just enjoy what you have around you. And whilst it's good to be fit and healthy, it's also good to feel comfortable in your own skin. So we're working on building those both into the journey and bring you along for the ride, basically.
Yeah. So
Well said. Well said.
Yeah. And we also stepped on the scales for the first time in a while to see what we weigh. Connor, what were your results today?
I weigh 15 stone and 12 pounds. And Ryan, what do you weigh?
Well, Connor, I weigh 15 stone and 3 pounds. Callum, what do you weigh?
I weigh 25 stone and 2 pounds.
So you can clearly see we have some work to do there.
We do, and that's what we're gonna do. There's no beating around the bush. Time is now.
Look out for our Instagram account, which is going to have some nice videos coming up on there and pictures. Our YouTube channel will be back active as well. So Facebook, YouTube and Instagram, all three platforms, we will be doing things in a way which we hope will change some people's lives and hopefully ourselves.
So stay tuned, really, it's going to be good. And all three of us this time, a brand new journey, a new start,
Yes.
and you're here.
Bye for now.
Goodbye now. Bye bye.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Miss you.
Oh, already.
Bye-bye.
I can't wait. When do we stop waving?
It's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. 2 hands.
3 hands.
3.